Hello, my name is Dr. Chinwe Iwu. I'm a public health researcher and I always bring you useful health information that will help you make the right healthcare decisions for yourselves and your loved ones and to also make you live healthy. And in today's video, we'll be talking about cancer, and our focus today will be on the signs and symptoms of cancer that you should not ignore. Picking up early warning signs can increase the chances of having a successful treatment and ultimately the chances of survival. Whenever you notice anything that is different in your body and is persistent. So the key here is the fact that it is persistent. If it is lasting for several weeks, then you may need to visit your healthcare provider. So I'll be listing some signs and symptoms of cancer that may warrant a visit to the doctor. And bear in mind that these symptoms or signs does not necessarily mean or does not automatically mean that you have cancer. It just means that you need to just be sure. You need to visit your doctor and be sure that it is nothing serious. So let's dive right into the signs and symptoms of cancer that you should not ignore. The first on my list is unexplained weight loss. So when you are not on any form of weight loss program, or when you really cannot identify the cause of your sudden weight loss, and when the weight loss is becoming persistent, then you need to visit the doctor. Secondly, if you have pain that is refusing to go, pain in any part of the body that is refusing to go, and then it means you need to visit the doctor. Sometimes this could even be a sign of late stages of the cancer, but you still need to visit the doctor. And thirdly is when you have fatigue. We know that you could be tired from your day's job, when you're stressed up or when you've overworked, you could be tired. But when this tiredness is becoming persistent and when you really cannot explain, or when you haven't even really done much in a day, but you notice that you're always tired, then you really need to visit a doctor for that. Headaches also, persistent headaches can also be something you need to check out. We know that several things can cause headaches, several conditions can cause headaches. So what people do is that when they have persistent headaches or when they have pains all over the body, they tend to abuse painkillers. They tend to take painkillers. Yes, you may feel a temporary relief, but when it is becoming persistent, you have to just check it out. Another symptom that you should not overlook is when you have fever, and sometimes it is backed by night sweats. And sometimes also when you have bruises all over your body and these bruises are refusing to go away, or you have certain sores that you really can't place how they came about, then you may need to check that out. Now, for the women, when you have abnormal bleeding, now for a woman, it is very important that you understand your body and you study your body and you know what is normal for you. So you should know your normal cycle, you should know how it comes, how many days it flows, and whether you have normal bleeding, whether you have heavy bleeding or moderate bleeding. And so because certain abnormal bleeding could also be a pointer that something serious is happening. So when you have abnormal periods, irregular periods, for example, and you don't usually have that, then you need to check it out. And sometimes when you begin to have bleeding after sex, then that is something you need to check out and you really need to visit a doctor for that. As a woman, it is also important to always check your breasts for any changes, whether changes in size and the presence of lumps, or when you look at the skin around the nipples for any change, or you check if there are certain discharges that are coming out from the breast, especially if you're not breastfeeding. So apart from lumps in the breast, even lumps in other parts of the body, and this applies to both men and women. So swellings or certain lumps in any part of the body should be something that would warrant a visit to the doctor. And sometimes when you have stomach pain that is persistent, or you have bloating, because this could point to certain cancers of the stomach or even ovarian cancer. So other signs like changes in the appearance of your skin, or if you have birthmarks or moles and suddenly you notice some changes in the appearance of your birthmarks, then you need to visit your doctor. And sometimes when you have difficulty passing urine, or when you have pain when you're passing urine, or when you feel the need to pass urine more often or even less often, then it is something that calls for concern. Or sometimes when you notice blood in your urine or even blood in your feces, then make sure that you call your doctor. So this list is not comprehensive because there are many other signs and symptoms. But the bottom line is that you should always be mindful of any strange sign and symptom that you have, and just quickly call your doctor. Let's normalize visiting the doctor each time we feel sick. Avoid procrastination, avoid self-medicating, especially as you grow older. You should not leave strange signs and symptoms. And also remember, because I need to re-emphasize again, when you have these signs and symptoms, it does not automatically mean that you have cancer. So don't self-diagnose yourself the moment you notice these symptoms. Don't be scared when you have these symptoms. We are just creating an awareness just to make you to be conscious of your health and take your health seriously. And so if you enjoyed this video and if you learned something from this video, why not share this video with friends? Why not share it with your family members? Let us learn together so that we can save lives. So thank you so much for watching, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly do so. Press the subscribe button, and also don't forget to press the bell notification button so that you are automatically aware of any new video that drops. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Please keep well and stay safe, and always stick to science.